All right, so we're back to try Color Oops Bold Color Remover again. I already tried this not too long ago on a wig that I had that had a whole bunch of really bold, vibrant colors. I'll go ahead and link that video below because I really go into depth with the product and everything else like that. But here we are at like maybe a month later, maybe less. I couldn't decide between doing like a comparing color removers video or just coming back and trying this one again. And I honestly opted for this. One, because we didn't actually get to try it on my hair. And today I'm going to be trying it on my hair and my extensions. But another thing is the price was just way too good to beat. Honestly, it was what, $14.95 from this. Walmart got delivered like that day. And it has 2 applications in it. So for me, it was just the most quick, affordable option. But also it worked really, really well on that wig. And I didn't have any blue per se on the wig. And so we have this really intense, never washed or faded blue here, right? And then we also have my blue here on all of my ends, which is still quite dark over here. So I'm not going to put it on my hollow prism hair up here because we actually just did that. And I have a bunch of really long, what were they, 30-inch hair extensions that I dyed pastel rainbow to match it, which I'll also link that video below. This might be a little confusing. I'm jumping all over the place, but basically those extensions were pretty, but I wanted them thicker. I realized I had these sitting here and I'm like, gosh, if we could at least just lighten this some, then we can get these to maybe sew in and make those thicker. So yeah, if you guys were interested in that video, I'll link that below as well. So we have the color remover video linked below, and then I will link pastel extensions, and I'll also link me doing my hollow prism hair. Hair Buddha actually commented on it and he loved it, which a lot of you know. I mentioned that in the last video. So yeah, all videos may be worth checking out if this video caught your attention in the first place. So let's just go ahead and get more in depth with this. Excited to try this on my hair. Really excited to see just how it goes in general. We learned a few lessons last time, so should go better. So on the back here, it's going to show us our colors. If it's purple, it looks like it comes out on the first application. And it looks like some of these fade really well, and it might be just need a second application. Or if you have long hair, it's going to be nice to have the 2 separate applications. Now this is, like I said, the brand from Color Oops, and it is new, and it is their Bold Remover Semi-Permanent Hair Color Remover. They were known a lot for their like Red Box Color Oops Color Remover. They also have a bunch of other ones in their line. I recommend just typing in Color Oops on Google and kind of looking through what maybe might work for your hair, because some of them are meant for like permanent hair color. Some of them are bleach and ammonia free, things like that. So it might be worth just checking out. But this is their new one. It's meant for these bold colors. It has the amino plus anti-breakage conditioning. So it's supposed to be marketed as a color remover that nourishes and kind of has anti-breakage and bonding stuff in here. Not to be confused with other Color Oopses that don't have bleach and ammonia. This actually does have, you know, the persulfates here that has a potassium persulfate, ammonium persulfate, sodium persulfate, things like that. Those are the ingredients that you can find if you grab like your bleach powder. It's going to have some of those in there. I go into that a lot more in another video, but the point is that it does have a lightener in it. It can damage your hair and it can lift your natural hair color, but they are clear in the instructions not to exceed 60 minutes. And they are clear to start on the rest of your hair or just really target where you have the color you need to remove, and to do your roots last because of that reason, as it can lift the natural hair color and it can cause damage if left on for a long time. If you have more compromised hair, you know, it might be a better option. Sorry, someone's car alarm is going off. Nice timing. Anyways, if you're worried about that, they do have other ones where, like I said, they're bleach and ammonia free. But they market this, like I said, it helps reduce breakage, supports elasticity, conditions and protects hair during color removal. It's formulated for semi-permanent direct dyes, removes purple, blue, green, pink, red, and more. Removes all bold shades, semi-permanent remover, prepares hair for same-day coloring. Ooh. So, you know, with color removers, they're going to strip out your color to like what it was before. It's not like exactly the same as bleach or anything. So you're going to probably have sometimes some certain hues in the hair that's good for you to go and recolor, do whatever you're going to do next. You know what I mean? They have a lightening powder, the oxide developer, and the bond rejuvenating mask. And you're supposed to mix all of these together. That's what's going to help you while you're in the process. Kind of like, I guess I would compare it to if you add like Olaplex into your bleach, or kind of like how I use the Blonde Me bleach. It has like the bonding technology kind of in there. That's kind of what they're doing here. So hope that helps. Otherwise, go ahead and check out the other video if you want to go more in depth there. But yeah, I just thought it was important. You should know that. Also, allergy strand tests are always recommended. I liked the results on the wig so much. We even left it in like double time on that wig just to really get a sense of how damaging it can be if you don't listen and go over and all that fun stuff. I really hope you guys check that video out. But this works so well. So I really want to see it, like, since my hair is not in the best condition, I really want to see how it reacts to my hair. So we have 2 lightening powders, the oxide developer, 2 masks, tint, bowl, and brush. Contains 2 each, gloves, cap, and instruction set. Okay, here's what I was looking for. Salon-inspired, botanical-infused, bold hair color remover is specially formulated with amino and bond-building technology to nourish your hair while removing semi-permanent and direct dye colors. Which direct dye and semi-permanent is more when it sits like on the outside of your hair, and demi-permanent, if that's going to use a developer, it's going to push it a little more in your hair. And then there's permanent, where it goes even deeper into the hair. So it has pro vitamin B5 to help moisturize, renew, and minimize breakage. Linseed and chia seeds help strengthen damaged hair and tame frizz. Oat bran and orange peel hydrate and increase shine. And they do show a couple pictures of before and afters. And it does seem to pull out like the purples and the blue types. Or it does seem to pull out like the purple colors a lot quicker. So all I can think about is how excited I am to put this on my hair. So another thing I did, because I had quite a bit of product buildup, so if you guys have been looking at my hair wondering what in the world, it's actually softer than it looks. Right before this, I used the Bond Bar clarifying shampoo on just the ends of my hair, and I really got in here just to get any product buildup I had on, just anything like that off, and to also just give us the best chance at this removing, so I didn't follow up with conditioner or anything. It's actually really soft. And normally clarifying shampoo, depending on the pH, is just absolutely so hard on my hair. So yeah, so far I'm really liking this. This is only the second time I've given it a shot. Yeah, for what I'm using it for, it works well. If you're trying to remove color or do something like that, you might have to go for a harsher pH. To each their own. Everyone's situations are different, and every clarifying shampoo is different for different needs. But I did do that, so I did kind of prep all this down here. I didn't do anything up here because I want to have like this protection of everything I already have in my hair and my natural oils going on, because there's no need to remove any of this pretty color. We like it, right? Well, I guess that the car alarm is a sign for me to go ahead and get ready to mix this all up and see how it takes out this blue hair color. So go ahead, comment below if there's any other color removers you want to see in the future. I know that you guys did mention a few in the last video for a compare. I have been making a list of some of those to compare. Like I said, this is going to fall more in the family of ones that have the bond building or masks kind of things added in to help. Yeah, in general, hi, how you doing? Comment below. Let's get to mixing this up and getting it in my hair. Comes with 2 lightening powders, 2 bond rejuvenating masks, and then it comes with 1 bottle of the oxide developer. But there's 2 applications in this 1 bottle. Last time I used it, I actually did it in 2 separate mixing applications. I felt like the 1 application actually worked better than the other because I must not have dumped it out like perfectly on the line. But I did end up having to remix it and use more because the extensions or the wig that we tried it on was really thick and had a lot of hair. And so the next time I used this, I actually wanted to mix the whole bottle together just so I knew I could get like the right exact mixing ratio. But after looking at the extensions and my hair, I'm really not going to need both applications. So I'm just going to try and do half again and see how it goes. So that's a little unfortunate. But anyways, when you look at it, it's probably hard to see. But there's a line here and it says up is application 1 and down is application 2. And you can see the bottle's not all the way full, because they literally have the same exact ratios here for application 1 and 2. So don't be confused if the bottle looks, you know, like there's stuff missing. Oh, my glove squeaked. And obviously they have instructions on here and everything. It does come with 2 sets of gloves on the directions and a brush and a bowl. But for me, I'd rather use this bowl. It's just a little more sturdy. And I have neuropathy, you know, so I'm really clumsy. But that's what all comes in here. I know it's showing for the blue we might need more than 1 application, but I'll just be happy if it lightens the blue on the extensions because those have never been washed. You know, it's not as realistic as when it's your own hair and you've washed it and faded it and done things like that. So I am so exhausted. So, oh my gosh, when we're up here doing my hair and you see my face, just, it is what it is, man. I'm in my life and I'm living it. All right, so they have these instructions here, but there's also some cute instructions online. When I bought it, I'll put up here. And it says to start with dry, unwashed hair. Section hair, mix the bleach. I literally mix the bleach. There's our gloves. It also comes with a cap. I guess this is their cap. It is recommended to use a cap. Like I said, depending on what you're using it for, go through the instructions, because it does say to like put it on the rest of your hair and things like that. And it's real clear about where to put it. And it says avoid applying bleach mixture to your roots until the rest of your hair has started to lighten. As roots lighten quickly, because the heat from your scalp. For best results, process application in warm environments, 70 degrees or above. And then after you do your roots, they got the processing time. And this is where you're just going to want to check it. They say every 10 minutes, but I really try to keep an even closer eye on it, depending on what I'm doing. And they say up to 60 minutes. Like I said, my other video, I go into a lot of detail as well. But just in case this is your first time here, I just wanted to kind of run through it just a tiny bit. And there's some aftercare. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get going. But the main instructions were to go ahead and mix this together with the mask and the bleach powder all together. And just one application of this. Unless you're going to do your whole head, you can just mix them all together at the same time. I think it's so cool that for the price, you're getting 2 applications in case you have long hair or in case you need to do that second step. So even though there is bleach agents in here, I think the whole point of this is to remove color without actually using bleach. And also this is specially formulated to help remove color, whereas sometimes bleach can, with these like bright semi-permanent colors and like vivid fantasy colors, it can like make the color stick even more and just do more damage without actually stripping the color out. So that's why a lot of people tend to go more for this. So I'm actually going to try again to do 2 separate applications, because I'd really like to save the next application, since I just don't think I'm going to need. Maybe I should have measured this all out. Whatever, I'm overthinking it. But yeah, I did notice last time in the other video that it did seem to work better the second time I mixed it. Well, that's about as perfect. It's like right on the line to me. So we're good. I do think this brush is cute though. Cute little brush. Right. Careful when you're using these lightning powders. I say it in all of my videos, because this stuff can just, see all that poof smoke, dust smoke coming off. All right, we got some nice blue, pretty color. So that's the bleach powder. I also have my door open behind me. I want to make sure I ventilate. So yes, you do mix the mask in with everything. They recommend putting the cap on your head to keep in the moisture and everything once you're all completely done. Like I said, it's going to depend a lot on like what your situation is. Like obviously I'm just putting this on my very ends, and it really doesn't need to lighten all that much as far as for me. Now the extensions, those are full on blue, so you know, I might actually use the caps to lay them on, to dye them on, instead of like wasting foils and stuff like that. I just came up with that and I'm exhausted. Yay me. Oh yeah, that's strong. So when I say strong, it just smells like a normal hair bleaching. Just like back in the day, you know, like the stronger bleaches before they kind of toned them down with fragrances and stuff. It's just a really stronger kind of ammonia bleach smell. So it's not like the rotten egg smell from the other color removers that some people use, like for the permanent hair color. So yeah, this is like kind of a whole different ball game, a whole nother kind of chemical, sorry, my shirt over my nose, a whole nother kind of chemical process, and just a different ball game. So there it is. That's actually quite a bit. Look at that. Obviously I went some on the side, so I'm glad I didn't mix it all, because I'm hoping I'm even going to use all this. That is such a strong smell of ammonia though, so be warned on that. Like I said, it's reminding me of like Walmart bleach back in the day, or it's just real strong bleach. But yeah, just bleach smell though. That's what I'm getting from it. I'm just going to use this to do the extensions on. I'm going to put it on them first, then me last, because it's not going to be my hair very long at all. And there is 2 sets of gloves and 2 caps. They give you 2 of everything. So let's just get this on our extensions as quick as possible. So these have like product in them and all kinds of stuff. And I did not even bother to try clarifying to make this easier because like we're gonna just see how strong this stuff is. I'm really sensitive to like smells and migraines because of my health problems. So that's why I don't think that this is terrible, but obviously just know like maybe just wear a mask knowing if like the bleach smell kind of might get to you because it is strong. And ventilate, you know. It applies like a bleach, it looks like a bleach, but it is a bleach-based color remover. But one that's supposed to be conditioning and help with the damage. I could like put foil in between and all this stuff, but these extensions are already so thin and we're just going to be adding them to other ones. So this is my therapy. This is my stress-free therapy. Saturate, getting every strand. I do have some timers here. I just didn't show them off to you guys. I still have so much of this left. Is there anything else I need to color remove laying around? So yeah, definitely get your bang for your buck. Because one of the reasons I decided to opt for this really quick was honestly one of the most affordable color removers to get. Now the fact that I had 2 applications in it, I was like, ah, yes, perfect. I've done other color removers on this channel, so if you want to check out, I do have a playlist. So we've done like some of the Malibu ones, bleach free, stuff like that. And then I did the DDL XL, which still has, which you can mix with water or developer. One is, I believe, slightly bleach based as well. That blue coming on. It says you can leave this on max of 60 minutes, so you know, an hour. And obviously heat's gonna help. And it is a little chilly here today, which is weird, so I'm gonna try and hurry and get this all coated so I can get it covered. Since there's no like, let's hurry up and get this all saturated. Plus, I'm tired, guys. I need a nap. Anyone else watching this need a nap? So thanks for hanging out with me. Chill time here. I just realized I didn't have my microphone plugged in this whole time, so hopefully it still sounds fine. Probably can't hear all the pretty brush strokes or whatever. Look at that. Starting to lift down there. You're layering them right on top of each other like this would hopefully kind of help. But that's the fun of cheap extensions. I can worry a little less about things like that. All right, last 2. And then I can put this on my hair really quick. Which I might foil my ends just to give them the best chance. Because like I said, it's a little chilly. I don't want to put a bag on my head. Just for the very ends of my hair and risk it, you know, getting on the rest of my hair. So, the rest of my hair is already light. I don't want to mess with it. As long as we can get these kind of color move, that'd be fine, like any faded blue. But really, the whole point of today was just to come back and try this again on my own hair because I didn't get to try it on my own hair last time. So that was another reason I picked this, not just the price, that I wanted to see how my hair felt. And since I'm probably not too far off from cutting my hair myself, you know, again, to get it to match up with my undercut I've been growing out. So that way, if this does really have a bad reaction on my ends, I'm not sacrificing anything I wasn't already going to sacrifice before. I do see it lifting. Look where I pull this away there. It's turning like a light. It's already kind of pulling some of that out. And make sure you're rinsing after a color remover, you know, because you got to get it out of the hair. So yeah, make sure you follow like the manufacturer's instructions as far as like whatever you're using, and just know that you really want to try and get that all washed out of your hair. The color will just sit on there. That's coated. It's great. Awesome. Covering that up so I don't have to smell it anymore. All right, now you guys can come up here and see my face that's just broken out from lack of sleep and stress. Hello. So let's do the fun part, my hair, really quick. I really don't want it to get to any of the stuff that's unnecessary. Like all this is so unnecessary. I don't want it here. Let's put that bad boy back. And yes, I have a zit on my chin that I don't feel like covering up. So luckily for me, my hair is pretty thin because of my undercut. Hasn't grown out. It's like still like up to here growing out. So we're missing some hair there. This should be relatively easy to deal with here. Once again, I didn't think I'd be able to like have the energy or the spirit to actually do this because my daughter's schedule just keeps messing with me and it's just all over the place. A lot of you probably know how that goes, so it's like everything's good. I'm happy that this is my life, honestly. Like, I'd rather tell you guys I'm tired because I have a beautiful daughter keeping me up than any of the problems I've had in my past in my life. A lot of just sad places with not a lot of love, you know? So, like, I'm really happy. I'm just letting you guys know I seem really tired. But, like, I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I'm just really thankful that this is where my life has led me. And it led me to all of you as well. So, all right. Sectioned off. Let's do this. After 10 minutes. Oof. It's quite strong there. I've been like kind of just slowly fading this blue. Like, I didn't even add it in at the hollow prism. I left it after we bleached it. So it has definitely had its chance to kind of fade. So this should do something. Unless it's just too cold in here. But I'm going to go back through on the other side and then put some foil. And I did check, it's 73 degrees on the thermostat, which is right out here. But I'd still like to put foil and just go somewhere maybe a little warmer in the house. Just to give it its best chance at working. Because yeah, if it's too cold, it's not gonna get in there. My hair's gonna shrivel up and be like, no, I'm too cold. Alright, so there's our nice big chunk. I feel like I saturated it quite a bit. So I'll probably get as much more of this on, cover it up, and then just put the rest on the extensions. This side was actually lighter, so I probably should have started with the other side. I'm too lazy to put gloves on yet. These are my awesome skills. I'm not ashamed. So I've been at that for a total of 4 minutes. Now we'll check out the extensions with what little bits left, which has been at 18 minutes, and I showed it to you guys at 10 minutes, so dust came out. You can crumple it the first batch all up. Here we are at 20 minutes. I'm going to open it up and put just the rest of the bleach we have left on there, but it's definitely lighting something. This is what we have left. So not too shabby. Very happy that I didn't put more. Like I said, it's been 20 minutes. This has never been washed or faded or any proper steps that you would normally take before doing this. And it's already so light that probably just be maybe a mint green because, like I said, depending on how much you wash it, and really kind of like, obviously you don't want to be rough on it, but yeah, you want to wash it out. And so, gosh, a lot of that color I'm seeing on there might just come right off. Like it could even maybe even be blonde. We'll see the condition since these extensions were pretty thin and, you know, frail. And, you know, we got my hair, which has previous damage to a pretty good extent, though it's doing better. It's all around fun experiment. And who doesn't love watching people try to remove blue hair dye? Obviously, it's always going to depend on the dye, but still a good time, so. Side has been in for 9 minutes now since I very first started, so it's not gonna hurt to check since I can't see what's happening. Hard to tell because that powder is also very blue. I can see it kind of working a lot towards the top. So we're not even close to the hour mark for this, and it's already done an amazing job. Like, look, just putting that second layer on. It's probably hard to tell because everything's blue, but I can see through it. It's green, or like I said, it could even rinse off way lighter than that. So, gotta go clean up. See you guys in just a second. All right, when you've reached your desired level of color removal, take off the cap and rinse your hair thoroughly with lukewarm water until it runs clear, and then follow with a gentle shampoo and deep conditioner. Okay, so they're not telling you gotta wash it for 5-10 minutes or anything like that. They're just saying you could just go ahead and rinse it till it runs clear and do gentle shampoo and a deep conditioner. It says you can safely recolor hair the same day. Avoid heat styling for a few days, and use sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners to maintain hair health. Apply leave-in conditioner or hair oil daily to keep your hair hydrated and shiny. They do warn again not to exceed the 60-minute limit with previously bleached sections to avoid overprocessing or breakage. Like when you're going in to use it again, just in general. It does say check every 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I was wondering. And oh, that was the directions for the reapplication if needed. Okay, so if you are going to reapply like this color remover in a second application right away, start by performing a strand test to determine the processing time for another application. It could be less because your hair has already lifted. And then it says follow the same steps above, focusing on the areas that need further color removal. If only certain sections need additional lifting, apply the bleach specifically to those areas. Oh my gosh, basically what I already did. Oof. Can't help but go through all those steps, even though I'm sure I did it in the other video. I don't know how to skip corners. Alright, now I'm gonna go wash it out. So that's what I was kind of trying to check, if it specified if it needed to be clarifying shampoo, or you know how many times you wash it, and yada yada yada. I'm literally going to treat it like bleach, so. Now here's the extensions right before rinse out. So yeah, that's hopeful. Not too bad. Definitely can color over that with just about anything you want. All right, I'm back and my hair did not fall out. That's always a plus. But as you guys can see, it worked really, really well. They said not to heat style and I didn't want to style it, so I just like gave it a break. I will say that because of the condition my hair was in, I wish I would have used like a deeper conditioner and left it in longer, but I was tired, I was in a hurry. So when they recommend a deep conditioner, I would definitely do that. But for as bad a condition as my hair was in, wow. Like I could definitely tell when it was wet that it was slightly compromised. And so I like especially where it got up on some of my previously bleached hair. Yeah, I would recommend, like I said, just being careful, more careful if you're like me with your hair like that. I also don't think I needed to leave it in as long as I did. You guys, it is white. I'm going to put up some before and after pictures, and also it like while this and the extensions were wet and like my hair outside in the sun, it took all the color out, like for sure. So anywhere that I had it, it came out. And looking back, and honestly, because it was blue tinted, that was why, even when I like pulled the bleach away, that was kind of why I was having trouble there. Seeing if it was time for me to wash it out. Definitely could have like washed it out sooner and had just as great of results, I believe. Check this out though. And remember, my hair is like wavy and curly if I don't style it. I have to pick curly. I have to always pick curly, wavy, or straight, you know, otherwise it just always looks like foof. So this is actually pretty soft, and this is all my undercut up here, so don't worry, it's not breakage or anything. But yeah, I really wish I could have styled it some so that my hair didn't look so rough. A little bit more of a deeper condition and it would have been just fine. But just look at this. It definitely took me back to the basics. It definitely took every layer of color that was still hanging on. Definitely did its job. I think that because the powder was blue, it kind of really helped tone like any of the blonde that was underneath here, because we had that Hotel Transylvania black and there was still some orange peeking through, and I don't even see that anymore. Yeah, I think it did a really, really great job. And like I said, if I would have just deep conditioned a little more, it wouldn't look quite as bad. But as far as it feels, it was good. Like I said, I did have to be careful when it was wet. So it can compromise your hair for sure. If it's as bad as mine, I wouldn't put this all over my own again and leave it in over 30 minutes. For as long as I did leave it in, I think the condition is good. I like the tone. It did a great job removing the color, like seriously. I was using the Malibu DDL XL when I was like desperate and I didn't want to take the time to do like fading and stuff, because I did actually review a color fading vitamin C shampoo that did a really good job at fading a lot of like my orange and everything like that before it's time to bleach my roots. But when I need like a quick fix, I'm in a hurry and I want to do something like this, and you know, I've made that decision on whether it's worth it. Yeah, this was cheaper, way quicker to get. I just feel like, depending on the situation, this is a great product for me so far. I know some of you have said you've tried it and you've liked it. So yeah, now that I've used it on my own hair, I feel like it's something I'll definitely be using again in the future. Obviously, I've already used it twice, but yeah, for my own hair, I'm going to keep this in mind. Especially because it just has the added like bonding, repair, and everything in there. So that's just saving you some steps. A long time ago, I actually did use 7-volume bleach to try and put on like my really light blue like this. And it didn't get anywhere near this white of a pale blonde, if I remember correctly. I'll have to look back. Fill you guys in next video. So A+ from me for my hair. Just be careful, you know, as usual, depending on what you're doing. With that, in my first video, I mentioned AKA Ainslin reviewed this, and she was actually sponsored. So you go, girl, you're awesome. And but she did her entire head with purple. In my other video, I linked her channel below. But she did her entire head purple with this, and it took all of that out to a real even color. There was none left. She left no crumbs, as they say, or whatever. These got a lot less love and TLC with the aftercare than my hair did. And they still feel really soft, really silky. So as far as the condition of someone's hair that's not as compromised as mine, I thought that this did a really good job as far as that. So yeah, I'm not too upset. Look at how well it took out that color. It not only took out that deep, deep blue. So this was at exactly an hour. But look, it not only took out that deep, deep blue. Don't mind the little tiny spot that I missed. But it also took out like my old hair dye and the toner. So it definitely brought it back. This started as a 613 blonde wig. And then I watercolor toned it. And then I hair dyed it. And then I made my own mixed toner to make it even whiter. And some of these are actually even more like purple over them. See with the tone? Just completely took all of it out. I'm so disappointed that I missed that little spot. It won't matter in the long run, but for aesthetics right now. So yeah, look at that. Took all the toner out just like it's supposed to. That was such a deep, deep blue, you guys. Look at that. These were beautiful and brushed out. Now I'm just making a mess of them. Now these ones had even more of a deeper purple tone. Look at that. Took it all out. So yeah, amazing job. Actually, let me just lay these out for you so you can get that angle too. Okay, here's another view. Look at that. I think it did just a great job. Bleach still stained on my counter. And this tone, I just want to show you guys different lighting. So look at that. Look at that. It was so dark blue, and it didn't even need 2 applications. We just did 1. They give you 2 just in case it doesn't work all the way the first time, or in case your hair was longer and you needed extra. So this is just awesome. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think, but this made me fall just even more in love with this product. So I think as long as you're careful and you assess your situation and you get the right product for what you need it for, I think that this is a great, great new product. I'm so glad that it exists. And I'm so glad that all of you were here to hang out with me while we did this. So if this video helped you in any way at all, I hope that you hit the like button. And if this was your first time here, I hope you subscribe. Keep hanging out with the rest of us. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video, because I just have so many awesome things happening. And I just wish I could share them all with you like right now. But does good things take time? I hope you guys are all doing absolutely amazing out there. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So much love, everybody. I can't get over this. 10 out of 10.